I can make my own character.
You could go into Create a Fighter
and do everything I can to match my skill.
Customize a guy that looks like you, and then you could make him. You could make him close to Rampage.
No, I ain't gonna make Rampage. I'm gonna make Demetrius Johnson.
Right. Well, no, but you could make him close in size to Rampage.
Gotcha.
And you could take him into that fight for sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
Brandon Thatch. So who do we want? You know what? I might want to be Demian Maia, Human Cellophane.
There you go. Do it.
I don't think Brandon Thatch is suited for a match with Demian Maia.
The ground game's just
based on how he's.
So with this guy, with Demian Maia being a ground wizard, so when you're going through the transitions and doing all that other stuff, it should be.
Every position you get to the ground with Demian Maia, he's going to have higher ratings. All right, certainly against a guy like Brandon Thatch. No disrespect to Brandon Thatch, obviously a talented mixed martial artist, but obviously Demian Maia is one of the top guys in the game. In real life on the ground. So his attributes on the ground are going to be really high. So all his transitions will be a little bit faster. His ability to lock in submissions should be a little bit better. So obviously that's going to be my strategy as soon as
going into this fight.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and just try and eat kicks from B Thatch.
Any draws? Can they fight in a draw?
No, we don't have any draws in the game. We don't have them because it's not a fun way to end a match online.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. Could you imagine that?
So
you do 5 rounds, and it's like draw. It's like you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. So and we have a much more nuanced. Our game we can actually look at how much health was lost by each fighter, right? And so we can look it down to the very last thing.
Gotcha.
So we know by health loss who won. Whereas judges in real life look at it's like, well, I think that punch hurt more than that punch. We actually know
exactly
how many points of health were lost, etc. Exactly down to the second, how much time a guy spent in top control, all those kinds of things. So
that makes sense.
All right, let's see what Demian Maia can do.
Jonathan 004. I'm sure all those. GD Nation. I'm pretty sure all those guys are in. Are you reading the chat back there? That's the best part about Twitch is reading all the chat and see what people have to say. Can you instantly rematch people?
In online, no. That's something that we weren't able to squeeze in. It's definitely something we have on the radar for the future. But another thing too that's new in this game this year, if I hold down all 4 shoulder buttons, I can feign a takedown.
So you hold down all
4 of the time, and I can pretend like I'm shooting for a takedown just to sort of keep the guy.
See, now he's putting combinations together. He just did 1, 2 uppercut, kick. So you're able to do that in this game.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know how to do that. And I just want to go ahead and take time out there and plug my own stream. It's Mighty Mouse UFC 125. I play games from all time around, and I will be streaming UFC 2 game coming out. Nightwalker, go ahead and post that link of the channel. If you guys don't follow me, make sure you follow me now.
Ah, Damian, he got out. I messed up one of the transitions. Giving up position, he's in full guard.
His hair's nice and slick back still, too.
Or Dean getting in the way a little bit.
Hey, I appreciate that. Oh, he's plugging it.
Yeah. Thatch can't stop takedowns. He's not going to be able to handle him. Demian Maia. Armbar? Nope.
Flatten him out. Flatten him out. Can you flatten somebody out in this game?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Look, he's using the cage.
I remember Jacques used the cage to pass guard. It's pretty slick.
Hits that single leg again.
Nice. Big announcement. Mike Tyson's in the game.
Yes, he is.
So what's Mike Tyson's rating since he's never grappled before in his life, but he's probably one of the best heavyweights ever in boxing?
So for that reason alone, since the whole mystery around it is actually, he's the one fighter in the game when you go to the fighter select screen, we're actually not even going to show you the rating.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be a complete mystery.
Now, will his ratings ever change, or would it be the same? But you just never know what it is.
If his ratings won't change, we're not. I mean, obviously, because he's not a guy that's going to fight next week and then say, "Oh, wow, based off that performance, we have to give him a much better Kimura," right? So we don't have to worry about that. That's in fight now. If you play career mode and sort of relive a career with Mike Tyson, you can make him into the greatest mixed martial artist you ever wanted to. I actually did that a couple days ago.
Oh, you did? You were at home playing a game. You're like.
It was actually really interesting. It was fun. I wasn't at home. I was here at work, because that's what I have to do at work is play career mode with Mike Tyson. It was an interesting sort of experience because I started playing with him and I was like, Yeah, you know, what would it be like if Mike Tyson had really killer leg kicks? You mean like you think about Thiago Alves and what his legs are like, and what he's able to do with legs, and then think about like Mike Tyson's legs.
Yeah.
You taught him how to throw a low kick, like
he would just destroy the guy.
And I was just blasting through people with so that you can do that in career mode.
Leg kick,
but
leg
in
kick,
fight
leg
now,
kick.
if you're playing with Mike Tyson, his ratings don't show up on the screen. But we basically sort of customized him quite a bit. So he doesn't have any kicks. He doesn't do takedowns. He can, if the fight goes to the ground, like if he knocks you down, he can get on top of you and ground and pound or whatever. But he's got a pretty customized moveset to sort of take into account that hey, he's a much more of a boxer than he is a well-rounded.
Gotcha. So we can't expect Mike Tyson doing any flying arm bars or flying.
Yeah, don't expect him to
Okay.
do a Superman punch off the cage and a flying arm bar would be a step too far for sure.
Gotcha. I'm glad we got that all clarified, because when I was at home, I saw Mike Tyson's in this game. I was like, sweet. Oh, nice transition. That's right, Demian Maia's taking on Matt Brown. We can't talk about any other modes, can we?
Well, no, we talked about modes already. What's the question?
It's one of the other modes you haven't announced yet, but I don't want to, dive into that.
Is there a mode that we haven't announced, Jeff?
It was on my cheat sheet.
But not to talk about.
Oh, so then I can say it then.
Go ahead and say it.
The live event.
Yeah, live events. Oh,
Live event. So I think it's pretty cool that you guys are like, okay, so live event. So basically, let me a little more context on that. The live event. So, for instance, we got Demian Maia taking on Matt Brown coming up here. So let's say the game was already out, and we're going to do the live event, and we go out and we play it. We play the game, and I'm like, okay, I think Demian Maia's going to submit Matt Brown.
Yep.
And you go out and you simulate that, and how do you basically cash in on your vote or your gamble, whatever?
So there's a couple ways. Basically, the live event gets put up in the game. Demian Maia versus Matt Brown will be there for you to make a pick on. So when I say make a pick, the real easy way to play live events is just go in there, say, hey, I think Demian Maia is going to submit Matt Brown in the third round. You make that pick. If that actually happens in real life, when you come back after the event, you will have earned points in the live event.
Wow.
If you get enough points, you get a free Ultimate Team pack.
What
okay?
if you were wrong? Do you get
If he's wrong, then you're wrong, and then you're a big loser. But the other thing that you can
Matt
do,
Brown, knock him out.
the other thing that you can do is if you say, okay, well, here's the live event, Matt Brown versus Demian Maia. I think Maia's going to submit him in the third round. You can also, before the match, the fight actually happens in real life, you can play that match against the CPU, and if you submit Matt Brown in the third round with Demian Maia, you get points right away. You get bonus points right away. So you can make picks, you can play the actual fight, and if you make your prediction come true, you lock in points for sure.
Gotcha. So let's say the fight happened that night, and let's say Matt Brown knocks out Demian Maia with a body kick, right?
Yep.
And in the second round, at like 3 minutes left in the fight, and you go and you're playing the game, and you're trying to simulate that exact way the fight happened, and you succeeded doing it. You're saying you get points automatically.
Well, if the fight's already happened, the live event part is over, right?
Yeah.
This is a prediction game.
Gotcha.
So basically, the situation was like, hey, if I pick Demian Maia to win by third round submission, I make that pick in the game, I go and I play that against the CPU and I make it happen. Okay, I get those points. But if Matt Brown knocks him out in the second round, well, then I was wrong. I don't get the extra points for making the right prediction. So
Makes sense.
It's a way for you to make predictions about upcoming fights, play those upcoming fights before they actually happen in real life, and all of it funnels into getting points on the leaderboard, so you can see like out of you in the entire world who made the most right picks, who made the most right bonus plays.
Yep.
And you can also filter, see just who you and your friends was smarter.
Yeah.
And then basically, based on how many points you get on the leaderboard, you can end up winning packs for Ultimate Team, which is the mode we were playing earlier.
Nice.
So like every time there's a live event for you to go play it, make your picks, make those fights happen and get the bonus points.
Yep.
You're going to get Ultimate Team packs.
Yep.
Go play Ultimate Team, get more moves for your fighters,
Yep.
become a champion, da-da-da-da.
And since there's so many fights going on now with the UFC, I think that's going to be another mode that's going to be played a lot. Because you think about every single weekend, if Cain Velasquez and Verdun weren't hurt, that could have been a mode people have been...
Well, and one of the reasons why we put the mode in the game is because we noticed from looking at UFC 1, the telemetry for that game, we would see when real fights were happening.
Oh, yeah.
We would see the usage of those
The
fighters
field
who were
go
fighting
up.
that weekend would go up that weekend, right?
Yeah, I remember when it was Conor and Chad Mendez. That's all I picked. You know, when I was in International Fight Week, that's all we were playing. I was like, I'm going to be Conor and Chad and see how the fight's going to break down.
Let's see if I can pay attention here. Oh, he's...
Save that stamina, Maya. Save
why
it.
did I do that? I stood up. I didn't mean to. Oh, those kicks are...
See, I like how the combination is being put well together. I mean, just
Oh.
Brian and he's just teeing off on you. Now your head's starting to hurt.
We did a lot of work on the hit reactions, too. So you can see when he lands something big, there's actually more sort of full-body hit reactions as opposed to just little wimpy ones. Oh.
So, see,
Tommy
now
doing it with
he's
that.
putting together these nice combinations. Now, when you go through training mode, is it going to teach you how to do that? Like just tell you, or is it just you basically got to make up your own combinations?
The combinations it's a little bit more up to, like, you know, sort of find what works for you based on each fighter's movesets.
Yep.
So some moves will counter into each other, and you know they make logical sense. Like, it's, you know, comboing a jab into a straight right hand. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, right hand into a
Get
left.
up!
Oh,
Get
Demian
up!
Maia. Oh no! Over. I was talking too much. In that fight. That's gotta feel good for Brandon Thatch. That'd be a big win for that guy.
Do you think they're celebrating upstairs?
You know, it depends on who it is. It could be one of the top guys from QA, or who knows. You know, it's all pretty even. You know, I've lost my fair share against other people on the dev team. I've won my fair share. But I was doing a lot of talking. It's not easy to twitch and
No, it's not.
twitch and win.
I tell you, I know all about that. Like I was like, you suck at this game. Hey, shut up.
I mean, I certainly am playing either one of the like lead QA guys, and those guys are always good, or you know, one of the other producers who